Well, I'll try not to be supercilious in my evaluation. Celine gave her #1 icebreaker speech, and it was obviously sponsored by the Shreveport, Louisiana Chamber of Commerce. There are three things phrases I would use to describe your presentation: extremely pleasant, informative, and interesting. Now, the goal of the #1 speech, or what the purpose of it, is to introduce yourself to your fellow club members and give some information about your background. And it says in the manual the objectives are to begin speaking before an audience and to discover the skills that you already have and find out which ones need some attention. And just take a look at some of the skills you already have. You start out with a great smile. First thing I noticed, you speak real clearly and audibly. You use notes, but you still made a lot of eye contact. I could see you looking around the room, which was really, really good. Now, some suggestions in the #1 speech. You're expected to use notes, but they do recommend that you maybe memorize the beginning of the speech and memorize the end of the speech. And so perhaps next time you can work on that, memorize the first part and the second part, and then maybe just rely on some notes if you have to during the body, and then by maybe the third or fourth speech you can just ditch the notes altogether. That'd be one suggestion. And some other things that I thought you really did well during the speech is using descriptive terms, like when you discussed you were leaving, you left Pensacola, you left kicking and screaming, so I got a very good picture of that whole thing. And also I thought it was kind of profound in a way, just describing what a military family has to go through, and you kind of broke it up. One thing you might have done is at the beginning kind of break it up, like I'm going to discuss 3 topics and maybe organize that way, but you did have a very good chronological flow, and you have the situation where your husband's in Afghanistan, Iraq, I think you mentioned, was it Serbia, and one other station he had to go on his duties, and you mentioned Kosovo. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you mentioned the strain that puts on relationships, and not only is he under harm's way and might, in danger, but you're also separated from the family and all the stress that puts on it. So I thought that was, I was very moved by that whole presentation there. So I think we really got to know you from that speech. I already know that you're a really friendly and nice person, and you can see all that you've gone through. I really admire you and your family, and really look forward to other speeches that you're going to give. Thank you.